to themselves. Then it was told to all three of them to go and churn the cosmic ocean. Instructions are given to Durga by this Brahma, Ksharpurush, Kshar Brahm, and Durga in turn instructs these children to go and perform the churning of cosmic ocean. And Kal had made arrangements. What Kal did during first churning of cosmic sea, this Kal hid the 4 Vedas in the cosmic sea through his breath. All the 4 Vedas came out well written due to churning of cosmic ocean. Like the form of milk is different when it is kept to curdle, and when this curd is blended, the form of butter is again different and it cannot be mixed with the buttermilk again. So in the same manner, all the 4 Vedas came out written, placed on beautiful lotus flowers. Brahma picked all 4 of them. Now they brought the Vedas. So Durga made the ether announcement as Kal had already informed, that asked Brahma to read all the 4 Vedas and I through insight will give him some of its meaning. Prior to reading the Vedas, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiv used to ask Durga regarding their father, that who is their father. But Kal had already informed Durga to not reveal his identity. He told her if she reveals his identity, then she will suffer. Now due to the fear of Kal, Jyoti Niranjan, Ksharpurush, Durga kept everything a secret. She informed her sons that they do not have a father. I am your father and your mother, and I am the creator of this creation. So the children believed their mother. When Brahmaji read the Vedas, he found out that someone else is the creator of this universe. And he is Paramaksha Brahma. Brahma asked his mother as to how did they get those Vedas. Durga said that God has given these. These are God-given. Okay. Then Brahma asks that in Vedas it is mentioned that God is in form. He appears like a human, in a bodily form. And you are saying that we don't have a father. It is written in the Vedas that He has created everyone. He is the creator. He is the true supreme God. Now, Vedas cannot give false information because you said they are God-given. Now Durga got stuck. Now, pious souls, how much ever lies you say, truth always comes up. It is said, चोर चुरावे तूंबड़ी और गाड्डे पानी में, वो गाड्डे वो ऊपर आवे, सच्चाई छानी ने. Then Durga said, son, listen to me. He is formless and no one can see him. Why are you wasting your effort? He is formless. Now, Brahma said, mother, earlier I used to blindly trust everything you said. But now I have my doubts on what you are saying. Today your talks are sounding different. I will not agree to you. I want to attain God because this soul is feeling the absence of God right from the time it was separated from Him. And it is searching for Him ever since. We came here and where we must adopt the way to find Him, we cannot get that way here. Because in all 4 Vedas, the way that is mentioned can only lead to attainment of Brahma, this Ksharpurush. The way to attain that Paramaksha Brahma is left as an option here. In Yajurveda chapter number 40, verses 10 to 13, it is clarified that this Brahman knowledge giver of Vedas is saying to ask an enlightened saint about Supreme God. These Vedas also state the same thing. Gita Ji is the summary of Vedas. It is also said in Gita Ji chapter 4 verse 34 that this Ksharpurush enters the body of Sri Krishna and tells, he also tells that to know about the Supreme God, you will have to go and ask an enlightened saint and they will let you know about it. So the evidence that is written in Vedas, so Brahma thought that in Vedas the mantra Om is mentioned and I will chant this Om mantra. And how did he begin with forceful yoga? Now it is not mentioned in Vedas to undertake Hatha Yoga. For instance, these sages undertake penance. It is not mentioned anywhere. But where did they acquire the knowledge of doing penance? Where did Brahma learn this practice of doing penance? When Brahmaji was created, he found himself seated on a lotus emerging from the navel of Sri Vishnu Ji. For a long period of time, He kept moving up and down, holding its stem, but he failed to find its origin. And at the end, and then he returned and sat on the lotus flower. Then this Kshar Purush, Jyoti Niranjan, made an ether announcement, do penance, perform penance. Now Brahma started doing penance, assuming that the ether announcement was made by God. When he did penance for 1,000 years, again an ether announcement was made that began creation. Now his battery was charged due to penance. So Brahma ji thought that whatever is written in Vedas is God's knowledge, and whatever I heard is also God's voice. Now the knowledge which is given in Vedas is also given by God. God had given 5 Vedas to this Kshar Purush by feeding them into his consciousness. Now, like it was fed in someone's consciousness, and God allocated a specific time for it to come out. They were supposed to come out, so all 5 of them came out, but when he read, he realized that 5th Ved had a lot of information about the Eternal Father, True Almighty, Paramakshar Brahm. He destroyed it and gave 4 Vedas only. Now when Brahma ji read all the 4 Vedas, he said that, Mother, it has Om Mantra mentioned in it and I will attain God. Then Durga asked him, if you did not find your father, where are you going? What will you do if you do not find your father? Because he has taken a vow, he will never appear in front of you. Brahma ji replied that if I do not attain God, I will not show you my face, because it is written in Vedas. Yajurved chapter 40 verse 15 clearly states that Om Kartu Samar Kilve Samar Krityum Samar. That is why this Om mantra belongs to Kshar Purush. It is up till Brahm, till Kshar Brahm. There is no information in Vedas regarding the way of worship to follow to attain Paramakshar Brahm, but a lot of his glory is written in them, so the readers of these Vedas have rightly taken the glory of true God, but the way of worship they follow belongs to Brahma. There is more information about Paramakshar Brahma, also called True Almighty, but the method, the way of worship to attain Him is not there. The way of worship to only attain Brahma is available, and that is the Om Mantra. In Gita Ji chapter 17, verse 23, there is a provision of 3 gods and chanting of 3 mantras. Om Tat Sat Iti Nirdeshaha Brahmanehe Trividaha Smritaha. And in Gita Ji's chapter 15, verse 1 to 4, 16 to 17, it is given in full details as to who is the trunk, who is the root, who are the branches, who are the bushes, who are the leaves of this inversely hanging world tree. The sage who knows these is an enlightened one. And in chapter 15, verse 16 and 17 in Gita Ji, it is mentioned Kshar Purush, Akshar Purush and Paramakshar Brahm and Uttam Purush to Anya, that true God is Paramakshar Brahm. Then Gita Ji chapter 8, verse 1, Arjun questioned, who is that Tat Brahma you mentioned about in Gita Ji chapter 7, verse 29. The knowledge giver of Gita has given the answer to this in chapter 8, verse 3, that he is that Supreme Almighty, creator of everyone. He nurtures everyone by entering in all the 3 worlds. It is clarified in chapter 15, verse 17, that he is complete God and he too does not have any information about him. That information can be obtained from an enlightened saint. The servant will give that information. God has sent me. With this purpose only, Brahma ji couldn't get this information. He chanted Om Mantra for 4 eras.